Well, hello there. Welcome to Versions, the series where I try to survive 100 days of hardcore Minecraft in every version of the game. Today, we're on 1.3. This version came out on August 1st, 2012, and it continues the trend of the no-name updates. But we all know what this one is. The Tripwire update. Nah, that's a joke. The trading update, as it introduced what I consider the best feature in the game. You may say I have an obsession. It might be a prehistoric system, but still works, kinda. But enough games. Do you wanna know how I got these cars? I mean, survive 100 days of hardcore Minecraft in version 1.3? Well, spawning in a jungle, what is this, 1.2? I got started on the usual, with the addition of cocoa beans, and a zombie spawner, with okay loot. As he helped me get full iron armor. This gave me the confidence to head straight into the nether. Still red. There was a fortress right beside me, so getting 10 blaze rust was easy peasy. Then I got straight out of there as I'm on a mission. My goals: find a temple, make a villager trading hall, and profit. Enderman hunting during the night. It didn't yield the best results, but I still crafted a single eye of ender and set off on my journey. Not wanting to throw it too often, I went pretty far before I threw it again, and once I did, it told me to turn around. I must have thrown it right on top the first time, as it told me to go way back. I didn't mind, as I came across 2 endermen, but I did mind when they didn't drop a single pearl. I started to dig down looking for the stronghold, finding diamonds in the process. But not success. I had to do the pillar of shame many times. But at least I found gold in one of the caves, meaning my good old trusty clock is back. After this, I gave up and started exploring my world. I felt that area was a bit glitched, so time to find a new one. I tried getting a dog, but the guy was greedy. Then I found the mob of the hour. Villagers! Checking out every trade, I realized there's chests now, and the loot is pretty good. So after accepting my payment, I got right to work on protecting them. Getting them in the house was a slow process, but worth it as they needed protection against themselves. So after taking them hostage, helping them, I took their crops and got enderman hunting. Finding a spider jockey, but I didn't kill this one as it came with a group. Just kidding, you know I had to do it. Finally, a pearl drop. This version is not very kind for drops. Same with keeping villagers alive, as I feel like there are some missing. But no matter, as it was trading time. First trading versions, exciting stuff. To celebrate, I went pearl hunting, getting 4 pearls. And more importantly, a desert temple. This bad boy was exactly the way it is now. It fits this version, but I feel like the game has gotten so grand they should do some touch-ups. But for the moment, it's perfect. Especially when there's free TNT. Bones, even more bones, and diamond. So after this discovery, I quickly pivoted to seeing the modes of villager transfer in the game. But they do not like boats, but they do like minecarts, so they each got one. I'm going to transport them at the bottom of the world because of safety and diamonds. On my way, I jumped a skeleton, found a mineshaft, and a new block, which I used to get a leather tunic. I'm trying to unlock all the traits, okay? Don't judge me. That tunic got the fire. And I continue mining, finding a spider spawner in the process. The loot was not very good, but they did have diamonds. My inventory was full though, so I swung by home to drop it all off, crafting a jukebox to play the record I got. But the villagers ain't gonna move themselves, so I continue working on the path. The looting spawners is pretty crappy, but diamonds seem to always follow. Lots of diamonds. Then on day 23 I made it to the other end, so I started loading up on wood. But I guess the game didn't count me getting wood on day 0, as they gave me the achievement now. But at least I get to have it again, so that's nice. After making a path to my base from the forest, I crafted up the rails and got placing. But the amount didn't take me very far, so I had to stay in the mines getting iron and emeralds, which I kept using to expand my trades. But once the iron was ready, I went back and finished the roller coaster. So I started preparing for moving day and tested out the ride. I didn't want to have any accidents. Once I made it back, villagers were starting to glitch. I guess the game was giving me a heads up, but no matter, as I sent the first certificate, and everything went perfectly fine, until they disappeared. So I expanded the roof in case they were suffocating, and sent the next one. I decided to take it slow and push them myself. Everything was working, until it wasn't. So I broke the minecart, and they came back, which made me realize they are all still in the minecart, just invisible. So I put them back and got working on bringing them home. Sometimes they will show themselves again, but they are shy. I also found the first certificate, so I got them back on a cart and set off with both of them. The uphill had me worried, but it went perfectly smooth. They did give me a scare when I broke the cart and they didn't pop out right away, but they were just lagging. So after settling the 2 of them, I felt ready to bring them all. One did do a cheap scare, and another was a ghost. But besides that, everything went pretty smooth. And I'm glad to inform that all made it home safe and sound. And after that, I got working on my next project. Well, same project, next stage. I got villagers, but I got nothing to trade. So I got working on a farm. Not an iron farm, but the kind of farm Minecraft intended for. A wheat farm. But first, I had to reload on items. Then I was right back to work. I wanted it to be the deepest part of the pyramid, as it's going to be even more important than the loot. The way to get in and out is not the prettiest, but priority right now is wheat and getting more seeds, which I stole from a village, like I took their test certificates. Turns out not fully grown wheat doesn't drop any seeds. All those seeds wasted. So while waiting for the wheat to grow, I started window shopping. Then I decided it was exploring time. Setting off in the direction of the eye, I found another village, finding my way into the 1%. That'll make more sense later. So I traded with them once to see their next trade, but nothing. But I wasn't mad. The first trade is precious enough, so I protected them and continued my quest. I figured out how to craft books and saved the jungle from a forest fire. You can take the men out of the jungle, but not the jungle out of the man. I kept having to throw eyes, as every time I went down, I just found more emeralds and diamonds. I also took on a couple of endermen, coming out with 2 pearls. Not bad. More eyes later, I finally found the stronghold. Really struggled on this version. The game must have felt bad, as it gave me not just 1, but 2 pearls for my troubles. Finally finding the portal with only 1 eye, I crafted all my eyes and only had 3 to go. Well, 4 if you count the safety pearl, which we do around here. On the surface, I gather up obsidian for a portal. But first, I got to take care of a slime and load it up on merchandise. So I ran to the village as I hadn't written its coordinates and got trading. Unlike in the current game, the villager took it all, not maxing out. From here, I made a portal and found out you can place logs sideways. Pretty cool. What a revolution. Then I tested out the portal and found a fortress right beside it. But once I went back, it placed me in the old portal. It also took away all my levels, but a quick restart of the game gave them back. After running back home, I placed extra seeds I've gotten and got started on enchanting, with level 30 being the max now. I enchanted my pickaxe first. Unbreaking 3. So I made myself full diamond armor to cheer up. Then I got trading for bigger price items, but quickly ran out of things to give. So I made another nether portal, linking to the old one again. Gotta love the chaos. A magma did cheer me up a bit, but I had had enough. So I mined to the top of the nether and got working on a nether hub. First portal to my place. Second portal to the prophet's village. Connecting them both with rails, I tested out sending a lesser villager through, only to find out they don't do that at the moment. I even tried taking them with me, but no. So I took out my frustrations on different projects. The cocoa pod wall, the bridge, and of course, expanding my trades. Finally getting to diamond tools, a diamond shovel, and a diamond chestplate. But I didn't have enough emeralds, so I had to become the seller. Nice. This training session made me realize I need more than just wheat. So I got working on a cellar at the bottom of the pyramid, where I'm going to farm chickens. I also made more wheat fields. Bringing chickens in was a slow process, but worth it. Just sucks that they have to eat the merchandise. After getting the wood achievement again, I upgraded the cocoa pod wall and got farming. Upgrading every villager is a slow process, but one that needs to be done. I also need more cha-ching, so I made a portal to the stronghold and raided the library. Making my way right back and trading it all, but tragedy struck. After checking on them again, the trade was gone. So I took my anger out on pigs, chickens, and 4-block high sugarcane, and enderman, getting only 1 pearl. Just not my day. Then back to unlocking trades, chopping wood, and upgrading my temple, so by day 69 the basement was all prettied up and completed. Then it was time for pigs to fly, so I set up a contraption to help me with it, and lured a pig to it. But once we landed, I didn't get the achievement. Turns out the game takes the paths very seriously, even though I've gotten the getting wood achievement twice in the video. But okay, so I started making my way by making a wooden sword. Then for some reason, I completely changed what I was doing and ended up at the stronghold I was looking for at the beginning of the world, actually finding it this time. With this portal having 2 eyes, but we can't count that anymore, I'm sorry. I did continue to explore it, finding 2 eyes in the library. So I left the poor man's beacon and continued with the achievements. Finally, getting a pig one on day 72. RIP Mr. Waddles. With that out of the way now, I got trading, making all my sugarcanes into paper. I traded it all away and got me not as much as I thought I would. The Zombified deals really make a difference. But at least it was enough for an emerald block, which I placed right at the top of the base for everyone to see. I continued to trade, always getting stuck on the coal one. Turns out charcoal looks the same as coal. And after sprucing up the place a bit and moving my emerald block to act as a mat, I got working on connecting the 2 villages together in order to bring them all home. This work was a bit worrisome, as I really didn't want to fall. But all good, as I made it with no hiccups. Well, just one. I got no rails. So I went mining. I ended up with quite a bit of iron. So while smelting it all, I started to prepare for the dragon fight by crafting a bow and enchanting it. Power 4. Pretty good. The iron still needed more time and my wheat was all grown. So I harvested all and bred my chickens. Trading chest is looking pretty nice if I say so myself. All my iron yielded a lot of rails, but before placing them I expanded my pod wall and grabbed all the unused rails from the nether. Will this be enough? Put your guesses in the comments. Nope, not even close. So I spent the next day mining. With the extra bonus of getting my last pearl, I also had the privilege to craft up a notch apple. Look at this beauty. Stay till the end to see me eat it. After crafting more rails, I got placing. Will this time be enough? Yes it was. So I got going on rounding up all the villagers. Getting quite late on the day, I went to bed. But this proved to be a mistake, as all the villagers glitched out of the carts once they slept. Not ideal, but thankfully I got them all back, with them somehow creating enough kinetic energy to send some up and on their way home. For the rest, I made a furnace minecart to push them up, but it was struggling to go up the hill, till I got off. I guess I gotta lay back on the chicken, huh? After that and the phantom villagers, it was pretty smooth sailing. This was huge. Definitely should have gotten the rail achievement, if it wasn't for the fact I needed to go in order. We all made it relatively unharmed, and after breaking all the empty minecarts, all the villagers were in, completing my temple with the perfect amount of villagers. So I got going on upgrading them all. There was a lot of farmers, but I also needed fish. So I upgraded the bridge, as fishes are proven to eat in nicer places. Or maybe that's just human. Anyways, something out there likes to eat in nice places. And this felt right. So I fished, expanded my pod wall, and harvested all my supplies to do one final huge trading extravaganza. This room had to get it. And the pigs, with some glitching trying to escape. I also ended up moving my valuables to the bottom of the pyramid. But first I had to do the extravaganza, ending it with finally trading the fish. Amazing. So I placed all my valuables in the chest, made a bunch of golden apples, and set off to fight the dragon. I knew it was going to be a good day when I hit the first shot. It was pretty uneventful, until I got distracted by a forever fire and the dragon got a jump on me and pushed me off a pillar. After that half a heart, it was pretty easy. She still flies away when she gets hit, so as long as I just kept an eye on her, she couldn't get close. So not long after, she was dead. Before I could call it a day though, I placed the dragon egg with the valuables, and I couldn't help myself but enchant. Nice. Now I can call it a day, and give you a proper tour of my 1.3 temple. Even equipped with its own loot. But no, not chapel. That one I had to eat. And that's everything for this episode. Thanks for watching 1.3, and come back next week for version 1.4. The pretty scary update. Finally a name!
This is actually very pretty. I really like this.
Well, priority right now is wheat and getting more seeds, which I stole from a village, like I took their testicles. No, that's not what you're supposed to say.